You're watching the Norfolk Southern Sherwood Subdivision. I'm Harold. Today's video is about revisions to our track plan in our town of Sherwood. But first, a brief look at an old friend, Chubb Industries. Well, we are back with our old friend Chubb Industries. There you can see it sitting there. Look, it has a roof that's connected, the roof vents are on, the doors and windows have been added. Looks better, doesn't it? But if you look at the back of Chubb Industries, you'll see tracks sticking out. And Chubb Industries does not have doors in the back, so we're going to have to cut the track off. And we're going to do that very simply with this device. It's a Zoran Industries track cutter. So we'll get Chubb Industries out of the way. And we've already marked where we are going to cut the track. It's back in this area here. And we'll get in there with our cutters. These are flush cutters, so they're flat on one side and curved on the other. So we want the flat side against the area that we want to keep. So here we go. Just give it a snip. And another. And another. Okay, the track's been cut. Sorry if I bumped the camera. Now we have to remove the track that's already there. Track's held down on this layout by DAP Dynaflex 230 Latex Caulk. So we should just be able to loosen it easily. Or I'm going to try an experiment, and we'll show you that in a second. This is the experiment we're talking about. We're going to try to use dental floss to remove this. We'll see how that goes. First we have to figure out how to open the dental floss. Now that we have it open, we pull out a string of dental floss, cut it off. In theory, we ought to be able to put it underneath the ties. And when we get it started, it should just act like a little saw, in theory. So if we can get this one started, voila! See how easy that was? We'll do the other one. Just get it under the ties to get it started. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't good. We went too far, didn't we? Well, we kind of made a mess. So we're going to have to clean up from this mess. Just a moment till I get up my cutters and cut this off. Put this back in place. Okay, well, the track's back in place, but it's now loose. So we're going to have to fix that. And like anything else on a model railroad, not everything always goes as you would like it. So I'm going to get this track put back into position, and then we'll come back and look at some other things. So here's our solution. We've essentially done the same thing that we did when we laid the track first. Product I'm using, sorry it's upside down, DAP Dynaflex 230. It comes in colors. I like brown because it gets covered up with the ballast anyway, or inside of Chubb Industries will get covered up with the floor. So I simply put some more in there, and we're holding it down with these push pins. So things don't always go perfectly, but we did learn that our solution of tearing up track using dental floss is going to work pretty well. Now we're going to go on to another section of our town of Sherwood, and I'll show you what we have planned. Now on to the main topic for today, which is revising the track plan in Sherwood to accommodate two new industries that will be switching points on our revised layout. When you change the track layout, it's not as simple as putting new track into place. First of all, you have to remove the old track. We will do that shortly in this video. There are other implications. We're going to add two new turnouts. That means two new tortoise switch machines that have to be put into place and wired. And because we're using control panels, we're going to have to revise our control panel to accommodate the new tortoise switch machines, etc., etc. We'll see all of those in follow-up videos. But now on to today's video, which is about starting the revisions to our track plan for our new industries in Sherwood. If you are interested in seeing videos about all the things that I just mentioned, or you have an interest in our operations videos, please consider subscribing to this channel. Now on with today's video, we are going to begin revisions to the track plan in Sherwood. These are our new industries in Sherwood. The distribution facility looks familiar, right? It's also a Pike Stuff kit, just like Chubb Industries. And this kit, which is a Walthers kit, it was originally a tire factory, but we're going to use it to represent Martin Manufacturing. What you can see in here is the existing track work. The issue that we're having is this track, if it runs into this for a distribution facility, the wall is too close to this track. So what we need to do is move this track in that direction, probably about 1/2 inch. We also, of course, need access to Martin Manufacturing for rail cars that are going to go in here, and we're going to have a separate siding right here. So the task is remove this track. This track is the one that we need to remove and move in that direction about 1/2 inch. As part of doing that, we're going to insert this left-hand turnout. That will be followed by this right-hand turnout. This one here, which will give us two tracks going into Martin Manufacturing. The turnouts here, this is a Pico number 6 left-hand turnout. This one here is a new addition. I have not used these before. It's a Micro Engineering number 6 left-hand turnout. The two turnouts, although they may look similar, have different electrical properties. The Micro Engineering turnout is not a power routing turnout. No matter what you do in this area, this part is dead and must be powered. In addition, it has a metal frog, which you could power through a terminal that's underneath the turnout. The Pico turnout is a power routing turnout, but you can defeat that by putting jumpers here, between here and here, and here and here, and that'll do away with the power routing part. And that's what we normally do and have done on all the other Pico turnouts that we have on this layout. So what we're going to do right now is remove this track. The first step in removing the track is to disconnect it from this turnout right here, which will remain. The new turnout, remember, goes right here. So what we are going to do, I'm going to use our track cutter again, and we'll just cut the track here, and that'll leave a little stub which we can, these are soldered together right now, that'll leave a little stub which we can remove by desoldering it. So here we go. Alright, now we'll go find our dental floss. We have our dental floss. Insert it under the rails here. And once it gets started, which it hasn't yet, come on. And of course it's dental floss, so it'll break. We'll get a new piece and get started. And we have our new piece of dental floss. Let's start it here again. And if I go out of camera here, it's just because I'm trying to do this down, clear down to the end. We have successfully removed the track, and in doing so we had to desolder some track feeders that went to that particular segment of track. After that, we did some sanding, and you can see the results here. The track itself, after we removed it, looked pretty good and is reusable. The surface is now ready for the new track plan that we described, with new track going to our two new industries. So we'll be seeing the installation of that track in our next segment.